Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli ala rasulihil kareem. So now we're going to look at isti'ara from different perspectives. Now one perspective, let's say we looked at one perspective, musarraha and makniya. Musarraha is where the mushabbah is mentioned explicitly. And makniya is where the mushabbah is not mentioned, but a necessity and a lazim of that mushabbah is mentioned instead. Like for example, you had min al-dhulumat ila an-nur is musarraha. And then you had idha al-kawakib intatharat is what? Makniya. Okay, so now we're going to look at isti'ara according to Asliya and Tabi'iyya. What does Asliya mean? That Asal means in the original form, the essence, the root. So what does it mean here? وَتَنْقَسِمُ الْإِسْتِعَارَةُ إِلَىٰ أَصْلِيَّةٍ, and then you have إِلَىٰ تَبِعِيَّةٍ afterwards. وهي, what's أصلية? مَا كَانَ فِيهَا الْمُسْتَعَارِ, in which the word has been borrowed. The word that's being used. وهي استعارة أصلية is that isti'ara in which the musta'ar is what? Isman غير مشتق, is an ism, not a fail. And غير مشتق is not a mushtaq, meaning it's not ism al-fa'il, not ism al-maf'ul, not صفة mushabbatun bism al-fa'il, not ism al-tafdhil. Okay? كاستعارة الظلام الضلال. For example, من الظلمات. من الظلمات. Now the word dhulumat is used in place of what? Misguidance, isn't it? Darkness is used in place of misguidance. So here is dhulumat, is that ism or is that not ism? It's an ism. Is it mushtaq or is it not mushtaq? It's not a mushtaq. It's not made from, it's not zalim, madhulum, adhulam. Dhulmatun is a word on its own. It's a jamid, it's not a mushtaq. So you can say, hey, isman, you can say jamidan if you want. Isman jamidan. Okay? So min al-dhulumat, so dhulumat here is what? And what meaning is it used? It's mean darkness. Darkness is used in the meaning of misguidance. And this word that's being used is not, it's an ism and it's not mushtaq. So we call this isti'ara asliya. And the opposite of that is what? Tabi'iyya, which is not this, is the other ones. وَإِلَىٰ تَبِعِيَّة. So tabi'iyya is what? مَا كَانَ فِيهَا الْمُسْتَعَارُ فَعْلًا, one, أو حرفا أو اسما مشتقا. Where the word has been used in its non-original meaning is either a fa'il, a harf, or ism, which is mushtaq. For example, فُلَانٌ رَكِبَ كَتِفَيْ غَرِيمِهِ. If you say, for example, such and such a person rode the shoulders of his debtor. Debtor is someone who owes you money, or who lent you money. Yeah, who owes you money. So he rode the shoulders of his debtor. When he rode his shoulders, meaning what? Hey, get off my back. What does that mean? Hey, don't stick so close to me. So Rakiba katifay gharimihi, he rode the two shoulders of his debtor. Now, ay lazamahu mulazamatan shadidatan. So the word Rakiba is not its original meaning, is it? What does the other mean? He pursued consistently. So Rakiba is used in what kind of meaning? In a majaz, isti'ara meaning. And is it isti'ara, is it ism or is it a fa'il? So it's called isti'ara tabi'iyya. Or ula'ika ala hudam min rabbihim. Now if you look at it, now what happens sometimes I understand something called a dead metaphor. What's a dead metaphor? Something that is no longer a metaphor, it becomes haqiqa almost. Like for example, a skyscraper. What's a skyscraper? It's become so common, we say skyscraper only means one thing. But literally a skyscraper means something that's so tall that it scrapes the sky. You get what I'm trying to say? It's no longer a metaphor, it's a dead metaphor. It's used, everybody understands it as it is. You no longer need to analyze this metaphor. It's understood as it is. You following me? So even this one, you understand it without, you won't get confused. You have to confuse yourself again. Meaning, not misunderstand, disunderstand or not understand. Forget the understanding process. So if you look at أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَىٰ هُدًى مِّن رَبِّهِمْ, they are on guidance from their Lord. They are on guidance from their Lord. Now, they're not on guidance. They're on means on something.
Yeah, I got it.
So it's not like guidance, it's something and they are on it. So really, if you look at Allah, it's not on the meaning of isti'la. But it has a similar meaning. So this is majaz, this is isti'ara. So Allah is not in the literal meaning of one thing on top of the other. But it means they are, but you understand what it means? So this is isti'ara here. But sometimes people don't even discuss this because so obvious, this has become like almost like a literal term now. But in theory, this is isti'ara. Hey, tamakkanu, they have taken control, or they have husul, they have acquired hidayah. You understand? Another example. So what's here? In here, the metaphor is the isti'ara is in a harf. In here, the isti'ara is in a fail. And here, the isti'ara is in a mushtaq. For example, wala'in, this is a mistake here. Wala'in nataqtu. Wala'in, the qaf is missing. wala'in nataqtu bi shukri birrika mufsiha فلسان حالي بالشكاية أنتق. ولئن نطقت نطق ينطق ما لكم لا تنطقون. If I speak, if I express شكر برك مفصحة. And fasaha means to make clear. So if I clearly express, yes, if I clearly speak or clearly express shukri birrika, it's my thankfulness of your birri, of your kindness.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, because piousness, righteousness, obedience. So if I express mufsihan clearly my thanks of your goodness, then fine. فَلِسَانُ hali, the tongue of my condition, بِالشِّكَايَةِ أَنْتَكُ, speaks more of complaints. So can your condition speak? Your condition shows. So the word أَنْتَقُ is what? Isti'ara. Because lisanu hal, my condition, my halat, my hay'ah, and that has a tongue, and that is speaking even louder. Now that can't speak, it can't be antaq, because antaq is mutafdil, it's speaking more. So this is mutafdil is what? Is isti'ara in here. And this isti'ara is tabi'iyya because not an isam, it's a mushtaq. Do you understand? So if any word is used in its non-original meaning, it's called isti'ara. If this word has not been used as a fa'il, if it's an ism, min a jamid, it's called isti'ara asliya. And if this isti'ara is in a word with a fa'il, a harf, or ism is a mushtaq, then it's called isti'ara tabi'iyya. For example, you got it?
Okay. I understand the whole taksimat.
Yeah.
What's the faida?
What's the faida? There's not much faida, and there's a few of them, not much faida I know of. You just get understanding what the isti'ara is taking place in. But it's not really much that will make a difference. Musarrah makniya is important. This is not too important. There's nothing called wifaqiyya, inadiyya. Again, this taqseem, do they need them? Even if you look at people who critically analyze balagha, they will say some of them, for example, they've made these taqseem, but there's no really purpose of these taqasim, some of them. And they just made it like into overcomplicated, very simple, natural elements. That's one opinion. Another example here is given here. أذقته لباس الموت. أذقته لباس الموت. I have made him taste the clothing of death. أي ألبسته. So it's أذاق. So saying أذاق, you meant ألبسه. So this is also what? Isti'ara. But isti'ara in which meaning? It's in a fair. Isti'ara what? أصلية تبعية. تبعية. Let's take a few current examples. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about Yunus alayhi salatu wasalam. So when he left his city without permission or explicit permission from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah wasn't happy with this. Allah was was displeased with this. So how did Allah express this? Abaqa ila al-fulk al-mashhun. Abaqa ya'biqu ibakan means what? To run away. But what's it used for? A slave. So when a slave runs away from his owner, it's called what? Ibaq. Okay? Abaqa ya'biqu ibakan. You following? Yeah. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who's the father of this? Yunus alayhi salatu wasalam. So was he a slave and did he run away? Literally, but Allah has used this word to show us if he is my servant and who went without my permission. So literally, abaqa. So is this haqiqa majaz? Majaz isti'ara. Is it isti'ara in a isam or is it in a fail? Fail. So what is this? Isti'ara? Tabi'iyya. Do you understand? Duribat alayhim dhilla. What does dhilla mean? Disgrace. So Allah's talking about the Banu Israel. So Allah's saying that dhilla, meaning what? Disgrace has been pitched upon them. So daraba, obviously daraba means the most common meaning is what? To hit. But daraba has many meanings. When daraba is used of a khayma and a tent, a qubba. What does it mean to pitch a tent? When you get a tent and you set it up, you put all the things at the side and you put the, well, good drawing anyways. But you get a tent, you have a tent and that you put things around it. That's called ضرب القبة. They set up the tent. You get it? So what's the last thing here? Subhanahu wa ta'ala. ضربت عليهم الذلة. Dhillah has been pitched upon them, meaning disgrace has been pitched upon them like a tent. But so the dhillah, so duriba is kinaya, is so basically is what? الذلة مثل القبة. Correct? Yeah? Now, this dhillah has not been mentioned explicitly, has it? Sorry, the qubba has not been mentioned explicitly, is it?
No.
So it's musarra makniya. Makniya. And darb is a lazim of qubba. Yeah. So what do you call this now? Makniya. And the word has been used is what? Is a fail. Isti'ara tabi'iyya. You got it?
Okay, that's okay.
Make sense? Another example. Let's say the Quran. خلقنا النطفة علقة. The nutfa, the sperm, we made it into an alaqa, a blood clot. فخلقنا العلقة مضغة. We made it into some meat. فخلقنا المضغة عظاما. We made it into some bones. فكسا يكسو كسوة means what? To wear clothing, clothe someone. So if you give somebody some clothes, you put clothes on somebody, you say كسوته. I gave him clothes to wear. فكسونا العظام لحما. We put what? We put clothes on the bones. So we close the bones with meat. So where's the isti'ara? In here, kasawna. It's not literally clothing, it means covered it. But the way clothing completely covers the bones. Sorry, the way clothing completely covers the body, the meat completely covers this form of bones. ثُمَّ أَنْشَأْنَاهُ خَلْقًا آخَرَ. Then after it became, from here, from nutfa to a baby is completely different. فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. You understand? Another example. فَلَأُقَطِّعَنَّ أَيْدِيَكُمْ. Fir'aun, when he was threatening the magicians who brought Islam. So when Musa and the magicians came together, and Musa put his staff down and they realized that this staff is not magic, it's real. It's a mu'jiza. What did they say? They say, Amanna bi Musa, we believe. They brought Islam. Yeah? So Fir'aun got angry. What did he say? لَأُقَطِّعَنَّ أَيْدِيَكُمْ وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ مِنْ خِلَافٍ. I'm going to cut your hands and your feet off from opposite sides. So your left hand and right foot, or right foot and left hand, sorry, right hand and left foot. Opposite ways. So you're completely like, you're disabled. Min khila. وَلَأُصَلِّبَنَّكُمْ. And I will hang you fi juzu'in nakhl. On the trunks of date palms. Now do you hang somebody on it or in it? You can't hang them in it, can you? You have to open a tree and put them inside, isn't it? Can you do that, really? So fi here doesn't literally mean feet, is it? No. Because you can't hang somebody in a tree, you have to hang them on a tree. But when I say in, I'm gonna hit you so hard on those trees, you will go as if you have those cartoons when they deliver in print. So like I'm gonna put you into the tree so much that as if you are in the tree. But obviously not in the tree, so the fi is majaz. And it really means what? Allah. But you use fi, because fi gives it a meaning, that the force of how I'm gonna hang you on those trees. So the fi, the isti'ara in fi. What kind of isti'ara is this? Tabi'iyya or asliyya? Tabi'iyya, because the isti'ara is not in an ism, jamid, but it's in a harf. Okay? So look, if you look at it here, okay, one thing is here, look. Now this is something that's come later on, it's called lamul aqiba. Okay? Right. When lam harf jar comes, what does it show? Its original meaning is that it shows the reason the verb took place. The reason the fa'il done the action. Okay? For example, you would say, ذهبت إلى الحج ذهبت إلى مكة لأحج. Why do you go Makkah? لأحج? To perform Hajj. Correct? So the lam shows what the reason. Okay? But sometimes this lam is used in a metaphoric sense. It's not used to show the reason, but it is rather used to show the consequence of the verb. So for example here, when Musa والسلام, was in the river and flowing on the riverbed, and according to the narration, his wife Asiya saw the box. So they took it up. They took the box in. They did take the box in so that baby will be saved and destroy them. Was that the intention? But that was the consequence, wasn't it? So now sometimes the lam can be used in this meaning. Not for the original meaning of illah, of reason, but of consequence. So the original meaning of lam is what? The haqiqi meaning of lam is what? Illa. But sometimes you can come for aqiba to show the consequence. Or you can also call it sayrura. Sayrura. So the translation, فَالْتَقَطَهُ آلُ فِرْعَوْنَ. The family of Fir'aun took up Musa from the river. Why? So he became the enemy. That's why they took him up. But and the end result was, and as a result, consequently, he became an enemy and a means of grief for them. Do you understand? Yeah? So in the where's isti'ara? Isti'ara is in lam. So the original meaning of lam is illa, but it's been used in what meaning? Aqiba or sayrura. Do you understand? It's called lam al-aqiba. And in there, different people have mentioned different analogies. Some have said, oh, lam has two meanings, aqiba and illa. So you said lam can be for either meaning. Some have said, no, original means illa, and you can use it metaphorically as aqiba. So the nahwi will address it differently, and Ahlul Balagah will address it differently, but the same thing in the end of the day. Okay? So if you look at it, isti'ara can be asliya. When the isti'ara is occurring in a word, in the ism, which is not mushtaq. And if it occurs in a word as a mushtaq, or a harf, or a fail, you call it isti'ara tabi'iyya. Do you understand it? You got it? Any questions? Okay. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.